Good evening, Kirsten Aiken with ABC News. Scott Morrison's second budget is rapidly boiling down to arguments over two taxes. The government has won early pledges of support to pass its new levy on the big banks, but Labor is so far reserving its judgment on the income tax hike that's meant to fully secure the disability insurance scheme. Our coverage begins with National Affairs correspondent Greg Jennett in Canberra.
These are really fair assurances.
The budget lesson of the last 3 years has been learnt.
We're governing, we're delivering. Well, okay, mate. Good on you, mate. See you later.
Avoid lifeless zombies at all costs.
Morning, Malcolm.
Oh, g'day, Bill.
How are you? What a surprise on the lawns.
What a surprise. Yes, indeed.
Labor's stood in the way of $13 billion worth of coalition budget measures.
My job is to get legislation through the parliament.
They voted against them.
And Malcolm Turnbull sparing nothing to persuade Bill Shorten on his new $8 billion income tax hike.
You ranks of serried hypocrites, all of you.
These tax rises would not be necessary if we had a government that actually believed in fairness.
Labor won't be rushed into any commitment on the tax rise.
And I implore those opposite to come to the middle here, Mr Speaker.
Especially when the Coalition's 3-year budget repair levy's due to come off higher income earners in just over 6 weeks.
Every other Australian has to pay more tax.
This budget's built on an assumption that its centrepieces stand at least an even chance of being passed. Bill Shorten's up for a negotiation on the income tax hike, and on the other major revenue raiser, the levy on banks, Labor's satisfied that is the right choice, even if it risks blowback from some of Australia's richest companies.
Not everything is about conflict, guys.
If conflict's to come, Scott Morrison's on the front line.
We understand your pain.
And firing off advice to the Big Five to take the tax pain, not pass it on.
Don't do it. They already don't like you very much.
Banks have that much in common with politicians, he figures. Greg Jennett, ABC News, Canberra.